Hi, Philippa here from Healthy Backs for Life. So today I'm talking about one of my clients and how what she thought was holding her back from progressing and becoming pain-free, in fact, wasn't the case at all. And this client of mine is a young lady, very young actually to be having these issues. She's not quite 30. And she had a really bad back pain episode where her back went into spasm. She ended up being taken to hospital where they basically gave her some painkillers and said, go home and rest. And she rested, bed rest, for 14 weeks. She spoke to her GP a few times in that time and was just given more painkillers. So that was the start of it. And the whole thing went on from there. Her pain never got better, often got worse. And anything and everything she did made the pain worse. And she's gone down the route of seeing all these consultants, having her x-rays, having her MRI scans. She's been to see physios, osteopaths and chiropractors. So she's done all of that. And she still feels she's in exactly the same place she was over 2 years ago. And feeling quite desperate actually, because she thinks that she's equating her pain levels, which are obviously really, really high by now because we're 2 years down the line, and she's equating her pain levels to the amount of tissue damage she's done. So therefore she feels that she's done almost irreparable damage to her spine at such a young age, and her future is looking really bleak, and that she's going to be ending up in a wheelchair, or best case scenario, stuck with this pain for the rest of her life. So, you know, her body language and everything has completely changed. I mean, she's really, closing in on herself as a protection thing, because she's under constant threat all the time and her pain levels are so high. And so she feels that something is mechanically wrong with her, and that's stopping her from progressing, when in actual fact it's much more in her mind. Now, I don't mean that in a belittling way, but for me, with clients like this that I deal with all the time, it's really that you need to get inside their mind and give them the knowledge and the reassurance that in actual fact that isn't the case. You know, not one person has said to her over this time that, hey, you're not going to end up in a wheelchair. She's a relatively young girl. She wants to start a family. They've put that on hold and everything because she just thinks her back won't stand it. So it's about me sort of teaching her and educating her and passing on some of my knowledge in layman's terms that gives her the confidence to know that she's not going to damage her back if she rotates or if she forward bends or a little bit of back extension. And it's about giving her that confidence. And so one of the things I do is I spend a lot of time talking with my clients, especially when they have their initial assessment, when I first meet them. But also the other thing is I go for a few quick win-wins to get them on my side, to build up that trust. And so I do a few little things that I've learned through Dax, on his body map course, and through Austin Lawrence as well. And they're just brilliant. It builds that confidence, it builds that trust, as does the talking and explaining and listening to them. So when she comes to me, she's coming in with what she thinks is a mechanical issue. And although I don't say it in these words, it's actually not a mechanical issue at all. It's really an issue that in her head, because this has gone on so long, and she feels that she's just going to do more damage. And it's about me proving to her that actually she's not. So that's my story for today. Okay, thank you.